So we're going to be starting with what a website is. I like defining things in such a way that they will create an impression on people's mind. So for me, I see websites as a home. Picture your house where you stay. So I see a website as a house that houses information on a web platform which is being hosted in a warehouse, but this time around with servers, and can be accessed by anyone who knows the address, which is called the domain name, and who has the minimum right to access such a web address, such as internet connection, access to the servers, logins, passwords, username, and what have you. So for instance, if your website is an open website, a non-member website, so that means once I have internet connection, I can just type the domain name, that is the web address, and have access to your website. But if your website is a member website, like websites that require you to register before you can be a part of them, so before I'll have access to the website and information on it, I'll have to register, then log in with my username and password. So a website is a home, an online home with an address called a domain name that is being hosted by servers and is being dished out or served to anyone who has the minimum rights to access them. Now, today we're going to be talking about hosting and domain names and how to get them, both the free ones and the paid ones. As we all know, a domain name is a web address. It's very unique. It can be two, it's only one. For instance, the domain name you are seeing at the bar of this laptop, truehost.com.ng, no other person can ever have this domain name, except maybe these owners of this domain name decide that they don't want to use it again. They can sell it off to another person. So this domain name, truehost.com.ng, is just one. It can never be two in the online or in internet world. So a domain name is an address that is unique to a particular person, a particular organization, that they use to house their website on the internet. So with that web address, you can access them. While a hosting is just like a warehouse that houses or that holds that domain, which serves them to users who wants to access them. So it's very simple. Now in Nigeria, we have different hosting companies that host your website for you. You register with them and they host your website for you, and you pay them a particular amount of money for hosting your website, either monthly, quarterly, biannually, or annually. For example, we have whogohost.com, very popular host. We have smartweb.com.ng, we have qservers.net, we have truehost.com.ng, we have domainking.ng, very popular as well. We have hostnow, very popular. We have upperlink.ng, we have globalhosting247.com, we have myonon.net, and we have utware.net. We have a whole lot of them, but these are the most popular ones in Nigeria for now. The most popular being whogohost and the Domain King. We also have other ones that you can use from Nigeria or that are not Nigerian based, but you can use them. We have GoDaddy, we have Namecheap, and so on and so forth. So today I have a Domain King account. Let us quickly look at how we can get a hosting plan and a domain using Domain King. But for the purpose of this video, I will start from the scratch. I will register. So since I am trying to register, I will go to register now. Okay, sorry, what I clicked was .ng domain registration. I want to register with this website. So I already have an account, but I don't want to use it. I will go to new users, register here. New users, register here. You fill your information: first name, last name, company name, email address, address 1, address 2, city, all the necessary information you need, your phone number, and you come here and you input your password, your confirm password. Make sure your password strength is very strong to avoid people hacking into your account. If you're going to be hosting a personal or a company website, you have to make this login details very strong to avoid people hacking into them, and you have to be very, very careful with how you save them. So this is how the registration panel looks like. So they will send you a confirmation email where you go and confirm and an account is created. After creating the account, you come and input your email address and a password and you log in. So this is how their homepage looks like. We have home, my details, my services, my domains, my quotes, my invoices. The important ones here are my services, my domains, my invoices, and my support. Now let me explain them. My services are the services you've registered for. That is the hosting plans you've registered for. And here I have two hosting plans. One is registered and one is suspended because of non-renewal purposes. Then we have my domains. My domains are the websites that you bought in this platform. In this platform I've bought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 websites. Only one is functional, wimo.com.ng. 5 domains rather, wimo.com.ng. These other 3 have expired. Police Emergency, Trovac.com, Truewares.com, they are all expired. Then my invoices. My invoices are those your websites or domains and hosting that you need to pay for or that you've paid for. These are the ones I've paid for, the amount I paid. You can click view invoice and you see the other details. I can click view invoice and I'll see this is the total amount I paid. This is the gateway I used in paying. This is the date I paid, and this is who paid and to whom I paid. That is my invoice. Then these ones are the unpaid ones. If I want to pay for these ones, I'll quickly click on my invoice and I'll select the payment channel I want to use, and I'll click pay now, and it will lead me to a page that will direct me on how to make the payment. Then my support. These are tickets. Supposing that I have issues while using their services, I'll send them emails to make inquiries of how to go about solving the problems I've encountered. And whenever you need to see their reply and follow up on their replies and what is happening, this is where they reply you. So these are informations or communications I've had with them in the past. So this is it. So those are the important areas: my services, my domain, my invoices, my support. Now, we want to buy a hosting plan. Let's start with hosting. I want to get a hosting plan. As I said in my last video, if you look at this desktop, we have different hosting plan with their advantages. We have Soja. The smallest package is a 2 GB disk space. We all know what it means for something to have 2 GB disk space. We know what this space is. I don't want to talk much about it, but it invariably means that the space that you have on your website to upload things are constrained, are limited, and even the number of persons that may register your website, that is, if it's a website that requires people to register, will also be constrained. There's a point where you get registrations or you upload things on the website and your disk space will be full and you will no longer be able to upload. So we have the minister, which is the 10 gigabyte disk space, which is the one I am using for now. Now, apart from the disk space here, we also have 2 hosted domains. You can only host 2 domains here. You can't host more than 2 domains in this plan. Then when you are buying this plan, you'll be given a onefree.com.ng domain. Then these are other advantages: unlimited subdomain, unlimited email account, control panel, free WordPress setup, Linux, PHP, POCGI, and what have you. And the price is 5,000 for 1 year. Then the minister, 10 gigabyte disk space, unmetered bandwidth. We have 6 hosted domains. You can host 6 domains here. We have onefree.com.ng domain, and unlimited subdomain, unlimited emails, access to control panel, free WordPress setup, and Linux and PHP 7. Then the king has unlimited disk space. You can host unlimited websites. We have onefree.com or onefree.com.ng domain. Then we have free SSL, unlimited email account, access to control panel, and what have you. And the amount is 3,500 naira for monthly charges, while that of the minister is 4,500 naira for 3 months quarterly charges. Then supposing I want to order for, let me order for King unlimited disk space. I need a website on King. I'll click order now. So these are the options I'm giving. I want Domain King to register a new domain for my hosting package. I'm buying a hosting package. Now, do I want them to register a new domain, that is a new website under this hosting, or do I want to transfer a website I already have before, or I already have a domain and I will update its name servers, or I will register a new domain from another provider? Now I want Domain King. Let's go for the simple one. I want Domain King to register a new domain for my hosting package. So I'll come here, I will search for the domain I want. Let's use sundaytruelove.com. I'll click continue. So what happens as you click continue, they will search for sundaytruelove.com to see if someone has already been using it. If it is, they will tell you. If it is not, they will also tell you it is free. So look at it, sundaytruelove.com is available, and I can pay 3,008 for it for 1 year. Okay, I'll click on continue since it's available. Then this is it, 3,005 for monthly charges. I'll add to cart. Now this is it. I have sundaytruelove.com 1 year plan, has hosting. Continue to my final checkout page. So this is it. I have a web hosting 3,005, sundaytruelove.com 3,008, subtotal 7,300, total amount to pay 7,300. So I'll come here. I'll accept terms and conditions, then complete order. So this is it. So this is the amount I'm paying, 7,300 for sundaytruelove.com, and for the hosting, which is 3,005. I will click OK. I will first of all select my payment. I want to pay with Visa or MasterCard. I'll click pay now. It will now take me to the payment. It will take me to the payments page. But now I am not interested in buying this. So the essence of me getting to this point is for you to see how we can get a hosting plan and a domain name. It's pretty simple. It's very, very simple. Now there is another situation that is prevalent here. Like I told you before, I have under my services I already have a domain, which is this. Sorry, a hosting, not a domain, a hosting plan, which is this. Although it has been suspended because I've not renewed it for more than a month now. Then I want to get a domain. I already have a hosting. I want to get a domain. I'll simply go on register domains. Register domain. I'll search for the domain. Let's use a Simpson the True Love. Then I'll choose the extension. Is it .com I want? Is it .com.ng? Is it .ng? Is it .net? Is it .net.ng? I'll choose the extension I need. I'll go for .ng, sondytruelove.ng. I'll click lookup to check if it's available. Congratulations, sondytruelove.ng is available. And this is how much a .ng of it is, 8,499 for 1 year. I'll go to order now. Then it is telling me no hosting. I should click to add hosting. Now if I want to add a hosting plan to this, that is when if I want to buy it with a hosting, that's when I'll click here. But since I already have a hosting, I'll ignore it. So it says if you want to use custom name servers, then enter them below by default. New domains will use our name servers for hosting on our network. Now the initial plan I had, the hosting plan I have has name servers. It has name servers. It has name servers, but unfortunately the name servers are not going to appear here because I have not renewed it. So the name servers are supposed to appear here. Let me check if there's any way I can bring it up. Okay, yeah, this is the name servers, custom name server. So I want this new domain I'm buying to be registered under the initial hosting plan I have. I'll simply come here, copy this, and go back here and replace it, remove this one here, paste it, come back again, copy the second one and remove the second one and replace it, so that once I register this domain, it will be registered under my initial hosting plan that I had for this ymo.com.ng. Then after I've done that, I'll go continue to final checkout page. Continue to final checkout page. I'll also agree terms of service, and I'll click so it will bring me here again where I'll choose payment and click pay now. So now you've seen how to register a domain, how to get a hosting plan with a domain, how to register a domain with an existing hosting plan. It's very simple. If you have any questions with regards to this, you can still ask. I'll make further clarifications. I can make short videos to further clarify you on this. Now, what is the next thing on our outline? We've done introduction to domain names, web hosting, how to get a domain name, how to get a hosting plan. Now, how to access your control panel. How to access your control panel. Now in order to do this, okay, I will use a free domain to teach you how to access control panel. I have a hosting platform where I can host free website, infinityfree.net. Infinity Free offers you free hosting, and you can also have premium hosting, that if you want to upgrade to a paid hosting. But I'll be using a free hosting for the purpose of this class to teach you how to access your control panel. So I'll go on sign up now. I'll enter my email address, my password, create a new account. So a verification link has been sent to my email address. So this is it, Infinity Free. Verify email address here. So my account have been created. So now I don't have an account for a hosting here. I want to create a free hosting account. I'll come to create account now. Create account now. So one thing with them is that they will give you, they will be the one to give you the extension, and the extension, we have epz.com and we have .rf.gd. so we are going to use epz.com. so let's say sundaytruelove.epz.com. we'll search domain to see if the domain, okay, they said the domain is available. So I should enter my password. I enter my password. Okay, let me use the password. Okay, create account. So I want to state that I would like all of us to, or the class members, to go to infinityfree.net and create an account and have access to control panel, because we'll all be designing a website together. And at the end of this masterclass, we'll all present the website we've designed with using infinityfree.net. Very, very important. So I'll go open my control panel. For purposes, this is not how it works in all the platforms. For Domain King, if I should go to my services, and I want to open my control panel, I have to come to this web minister I'm hosting. Then below I should see control panel. There will be a link that will lead me to my control panel here, but it's not going to show because I have not paid. I've been suspended because I've been overdue on payment, so it's not going to appear. Then there's okay, to notify you to changes of account status offers. Okay, approve. Panel will now load. Then, for instance, in my Namecheap account, let me show you how the panel for Namecheap looks like. So these things, they have they have different each platform have different layout. So for instance, if you come to Namecheap, this is how Namecheap's own look like. So normally if I want to access my control panel on Namecheap, this is where I will come here. I'll go here. There should be a link that will lead me to the control panel. But lately, a few days ago, I was having issues with Namecheap, so they suspended my account here because of some reason. So I'm still trying to reactivate them. It's not money issues. All the accounts are supposed to expire in 1 year. For like this one will expire December 2020, but due to some issues, there is a website I'm building for my clients that they tagged as a phishing website for. So because of that, they blocked the account. So I'm still trying to reactivate it. So normally, if this account is functional, once I hover my cursor here, this drop down comes that I will see access control panel be here. Not even this contact support doesn't even appear. They're telling me to contact support because of the issue I'm having. So it's supposed to be control panel here. So once I click it, will take me to my control panel. So this is what a control panel looks like. This is what a control panel looks like. This is it. We have updates, contact email, account upgrades, account setting, online file manager, where you manage the files you upload to your website, backup FTP accounts. But for starters, you don't really need to know what these things mean. Yes, when I started using control panels, I didn't really know what these things mean. I would just toggle and choose anyone I want to choose. I was just sheepishly and blindly clicking all the things I'm seeing until I realized what each and every one of them were doing. So for now, we are going to see how to start up a WordPress website. For instance, my son the true love .apz.com. When I load it, it will bring me to apz.com, cpanel hosting, free website hosting. So there's really nothing here. It has gone live, but there is nothing on it. So I need to make it look better. I need to make it look like a website. So I'll go to Soft Calculus Apps Installer. Soft Calculus App Installer. Now, I talked about content management system. These are the various content management systems that allows you to do whatever you want to do depending on the kind of website you're building. We have PrestaShop. This PrestaShop is for e-commerce websites. Abante for e-commerce website. We have Joomla. We have Open Real Estate for real estate websites. We have Drupal. We have Yetiforce. We have Glog. We have MyBB. This MyBB is for social media websites or for forum websites. So I will use WordPress. So we'll go to, let's install a WordPress website. I will choose my version. The latest WordPress version is version 5.4. The protocol. Go for HTTPS. Then domain sondetruelove.apz.com. I don't have right over this. Then the directory, you leave that directory. Then the site name, my blog, you leave it for now. Site description, you leave all those stuffs for now. Then admin username, this is the username you use to access your WordPress dashboard, where you can build your site. So you put a username. For now I'll use True Love as my username. Then password, I'll still use truelove 2011 as my password. Then the email, admin@sundaytruelove.apz.com. I can just change that to my normal email address. Then language English. Then login attempt, limit login attempt. That's supposing someone is trying to log into your website with an incorrect password. That's if your website is a member website, or trying to log into your control panel with incorrect password. This will limit their login attempt. Once I click this, before the person log in, the person will have to, when the person puts more than one or two wrong password, they will have to be redirected to a place where they will verify that they are a human being before they can continue to the login. So for now, we're going to leave it. Do I need a classic editor? If I need, I'll click here, but for now I don't need a classic editor. I need the usual WordPress editor. So I'll go to install. I'll go to install. My website is installing. Congratulations, your software was successfully installed. My website has been successfully installed. Return to overview. So this is it. sundaytruelove.apz.com has been installed. So if I want to access the admin panel, I'll hover over this and right click, open. It's loading. Another way I can access my admin is sundaytruelove.apz.com/wp admin. This is another way I can access my admin panel /wp admin. Okay, it still brings me back here. Let's know what the problem is. sundaytruelove.apz.com is taking too long to respond. This is one of the disadvantages of hosting with a free hosting plan. Since you're not paying anything, you don't have any right to complain. You just have to carry on with their rubbish until it comes up. So it's taking time to come up. Let's reload this page. Recently installed. Probably the necessary files have not been installed properly, but we still keep trying. We need to access the admin panel so that you see how the admin panel looks like before we can end our class for today. It's taking time. Probably I have to reconnect I have to disconnect and connect again. Okay, let me go back to the control panel again and start over. Let's go back to Soft Calculus installer. Nonetheless, it's supposed to take us to the control panel immediately as long as the site has been live. So it has even shown number of installations, the number of installations I have here. So let's see if it will open this time. But if it doesn't give us access to the control panel now, we still have to end the lessons, and in our next class, by then the issues that is preventing it to give us access to the control panel has been solved. At least we know the process that brought us to this point. We know the process that brought us to this point, and so next time we are going to start from here and continue to take us to the control panel, so that we can go over to the next lesson, which is how to use WordPress or content management systems. So for now, since they are refusing to take us to our WordPress dashboard where the whole magic will begin to happen, we're going to stop here for the lessons today, so that in our next class we're going to start exactly from this point. So thank you very much for watching this class and this lesson. See you in our next class.